The table that you're looking at is our weapons table. The biggest item on the table is the M21 3.5-inch rocket launcher, commonly referred to as a super bazooka, used primarily by the United States Marine Corps in Vietnam. It was a crew-served weapon, and transportation, the rear part of the tube and the front part of the tube would be disconnected and stored side by side to be put together to be fired, firing a 3.5-inch rocket. They were very cumbersome, so they were replaced by the M72 lightweight anti-tank weapon, which we discussed in an earlier video. In front of that, you have the very first version of the M16 Service Rifle. This one example is an SP1 made in 1972. If you have veterans complaining about when they got the M16, it was a garbage rifle, this is the version that they are referring to. Some of the features that had not been developed yet: it did not have a forward assist, it did not have the round deflection block, it had a lightweight barrel, and basically it was forced upon the military before it was ready for service. The weapon in front of that is basically an M16 A1 service rifle with an M203 tube. The M203 replaced the M79 thumper or grenade launcher roughly starting about 1968, but by the early 1970s became the 40mm grenade launcher used by the United States military. This particular example here, because everything that is 40mm would actually be considered illegal, is actually an airsoft toy made by Colt mounted on an actual civilian AR platform. It is so close to what a real one is. We've had several veterans attempt to stick grenades in it and get them stuck. I was even once questioned by an ATF agent over it, pointing out the differences between the two, and then he told me, man, I carried one of these in Vietnam and it's exactly perfect. When the M16 was first introduced in Vietnam, the instruction manual was actually a comic book. The last item you'll normally see on the table is this funny blue round here. This was a rifle grenade left over from the advisor period in Vietnam when we would use M1 Garand rifles. Basically, this would go on the M16 and to be fired downrange. Early versions of the M16 had this small little metal clip here that would allow these rifle grenades to go over the barrel to be fired downrange.